up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. This is the recap for episode 6 of Beauty in Black, and we're going to jump right into it because that's what Rain is about to do. Jump right into the motel BBL, and all hell's about to break loose because she's here for revenge for what happened to her BBL in the motel that left her in a hospital for a couple of episodes. But before we jump into this and break down episode 6, if you like dysfunctional family, billionaires on the brink of losing everything, to a woman that used to dance in the strip club, well, Beauty in Black might be the show for you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and help me get to 60,000 subscribers. But let's jump into it because we need to see what Rain and Alex are going to do inside the motel BBL. Open up. It's Rain and Alex. They pull up. They got the Thule on them. Rain coming in here demanding all eyes on her. They're like, I thought you was in the hospital. She's like, I was, but I'm here now. She's like, well, I'm a nurse and I'm about to get this motel BBL. You're going to have to get the hell out of here. You see, your body looks good. She said, I almost died. How many women have you killed? She's like, I ain't killed nobody. And they're like, yeah, okay, that's hard to believe. But the young thing, she's on the bed looking crazy. Shake's in there like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. I just want my commission off of this new motel BBL. Well, Alex is in there. And let me tell you, it goes left because Rain and motel BBL, quote unquote nurse, they get into it. They start throwing hands. And it looks like it ain't going well for Rain. She can't really throw them hands like we thought she could. Rain in here getting whooped on, bing, bow, boom, bow. I'm like, damn, come on, Rain, get up, fight, girl, fight. But it didn't go that way for her. So Alex had to step in. He chokes out the guy, then he pulls out the Thule. Motel BBL is down on the ground. Shake sitting there. She down. And now it's up to Young Thing. And Rain is like, look, if you want to be with us, then let her go. Let her go. So she gives the young lady some money and tells her to go back to Alabama and to never look back because she is a witness, but you need to get out of here. Rain just saved your life thanks to Alex and having that pink with the silencer on it. Traxon is still trying to get back in the good graces of Mr. Bellery, aka our boy Roy. But Roy's in the VIP room going crazy. He got 3 of them in there and he don't even know what time it is. But security, he ain't worried about that. He's like, yeah, I guess he's in there. He's just waiting for stripper number 8 to text him and let him know what are the details of the house that Charles is in so he can go and rob him. Traxon nervous as hell too. Security gets on the phone with the stripper. And he's like, what the hell's going on? He's like, well, look, it's just us here. You can come and do the robbery. He's like, hell no, we're going to come and do the robbery in the morning. He's like, broad daylight? He's like, yeah, you didn't tell me if there's any cameras, what kind of security is there. He's like, I'm going to come up in the morning in a delivery truck. And me and a couple of the Goonies, we going to do what we got to do. Now, we've already seen goons from the strip club trying to pull off a robbery, and it didn't go well. So we'll see how this one turns out. Roy in the strip club with Felicia and 2 others, and he was doing what you do in the VIP room, I guess. So he did threw a couple $1,000s. He got them in there, and now Felicia is showing that she's a ride or die. She's basically telling all the other women to do this, Make sure Roy is good. Make sure the water's not too hot. She's slapping mother effers. And Roy is in there smoking his cigarette like, okay, Felicia, I like you. But remember, Felicia gave information to Mallory about the whole strip club. So this is all over the place. But Roy is definitely enjoying his time here with Felicia. So she might come back later on. After the massacre at the motel BBL, Alex is telling Rain, you can't go through the front. You got blood on your dress? Oh no, that ain't gonna work. You can come to my room, take a shower, get changed, try to clean up a little bit. Now Rain is like, you trying to be slick. But Alex is really just trying to keep his job. We know he's doing this for his mama and his brother. And, you know, he might like Rain a little bit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with Rain besides that backside. You know, it's a little, it is what it is. But they go over here. In this relationship between these two, they're starting to open up because Rain is really seeing that she can somewhat trust Alex. Kimmy still doesn't believe that and still doesn't want her to be around him this much. But Alex has been holding it down for Rain. After a hard night working at the strip club, Roy shows up to his dad's house. Now, Kimmy's on the inside. Security pulls up on Roy like, Roy, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, hell no, man. Kimmy in that house, she was just sucking me up last weekend. And now she's in here, married to my dad. Man, that hoe ain't worth a damn. Security's talking about, Mr. Bellery, you need to leave. Your father doesn't want anyone on this property. He's like, man, the hell with that, man. I'm doing this. I'm like that. Kimmy comes outside. Now, her and our boy Roy, they get into it. She's like, you'll never be able to talk to him when he's this high off of drugs. Because remember, the first time we seen Kimmy and Roy interact was at a hotel on the side, back when Roy was doing what he was doing. Roy's out there talking cash money. The hell with my dad, man. I'll piss on his grave, man. F him. He about to die anyway. Well, Horace comes outside and said, you said what? He looks at security and tells security, um, show my son why I pay you guys so much money. Put him down on the ground. So they grab him, they hold him, they punching him, boom, boom, boom. They lay him on the ground. Horace takes his cane, hits him a couple times, bow, bow. He laying on the ground. Oh, Dad, stop, man, fuck. He says, Kimmy, hold my cane. Then he starts to urinate on his son. Cause you were gonna piss on my grave? Well, I'll piss on you while you alive. Damn. Now we gotta start calling Roy the pissy boy. Now that we know a little bit about Norman and Olivia's relationship, he pulls up on her because there's an email going around that they all need to show up to the office to meet the new boss, aka Kimmy. But when he gets there, Olivia's talking about, wait a minute, I know what you did that to the judge. You blew up the house. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Deny, 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 never telling yourself. But he's like, I know about you because you called the accountant and you're looking for some money. Olivia, you owe $1 million. So Olivia's bad with money. Norman then just caught 2 bodies, plus an arson charge, plus terroristic acts. These two, they're in cahoots, but they need to get ready and go to the damn office because they got to meet with Kimmy. Business is business. Our favorite couple is doing what they do. Mallory goes into the bathroom and it smells like straight piss in here. She picks up the clothes, she's like, ugh. So she goes into the room and she's like, did my junky ass husband, talking about our boy Roy, disrespectfully, did you piss on yourself? He said, nah, this is my dad's piece. She said, I don't even want to know. But you need to get up because your whore, talking about Kimmy, needs us to come to the office. Horston sent out an email. So she's like, get your average ass up. You know Roy don't ever do nothing that he's told. But he knows he needs to go in there because his shares and those fines, they are all at risk here. So Mallory, she's heading out. And Roy, I guess he'll show up a little bit later. Barney ended up staying the night at Charles's house. Stripper number 8 was told to leave. He's in the kitchen drinking. Barney's like, you need to get out of here because he's trying to tell Charles, you need to get to the office. There's a meeting, mandatory with fines. You can't afford it. But Charles, he goes against Barney and he's like, Barney, get out of the house. And he tells the stripper, you could go ahead and stay. See, Charles and Roy, they have drug problems. Charles, he likes to party. Roy, he likes to party also. But neither one of them like each other. It's the Bellery thing, just like Norman and Horace. They don't like each other, but they're brothers. It's just the way it is. But the stripper stays and the robbery is still on. The crew is having a lovely breakfast. Horace is on his way to fly out to go to this cancer treatment facility. And they're sitting here. And there's a lot that's been going on. Angel got a new watch. Rain and caught a body. Sylvie is supposed to be going off to college. But Mallory is on the way to come over and talk to him before the actual meeting because Mallory wants to try to get ahead of the situation. But she's starting to take a couple of jabs talking about, oh yeah, my father-in-law liked old antiques, all kinds of unnecessary shit that she ain't supposed to be saying. But she's trying to make our girl feel bad about herself. But Kimmy tells her, wait till I get to my office. This can wait. So it's like, damn. Mallory, it didn't work. The robbery is still in play. But the only problem is Charles finally gets up because he's getting ready to get prepared to go to this mandatory meeting so he doesn't get fined. Stripper 8 lets them come through the garage. They go in here, they start whooping on Charles. I'm like, damn, they about to rob Charles. No, not my dog, Charles. But Charles fight back. He getting a couple of them. Then he falls on the ground. And up under this nightstand that he has, well, not a nightstand, it's an end table in the living room. There's a Thule in there. He pulls that mug out. Pop, 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 pop. He lay down all of them, even the stripper. Charles ain't go out like no chump. You got to be handy with the steel. You can't be a geek off the street. And Charles, he just proved himself. All right, let me know what you think about episode 6. Did you think that Charles was going to fight back and do what he did, some unaliving? He acting like he Alex. Alex caught 2 bodies. No, Alex caught 3 bodies. Charles caught 3 bodies, and I wasn't expecting that many bodies in one episode. But let me know what you think about this, and would you show up to that mandatory meeting, or would you let it pass and take the fine? I'm Old IJ. This is episode 6. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Help me get 60,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.